Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah Bruner, and I am the Wellness Coordinator serving faculty and staff at UCA. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me. This session is called Work from Home Hacks. I will be sharing tips and tricks for how to stay focused, productive, and healthy as we transition from working on campus to working at home. This session will last approximately 20 minutes. And at the end of the session, I will share the process for claiming your 5 lifestyle reward points. So let's get started. I think it is safe to say that most of us are not used to working from home. This is uncharted territory. And I hope these recommendations will help you structure your day and encourage you to practice self-care. Overall, employees who commit to practicing self-care are healthier and happier and better equipped to perform their job duties at the highest capacity. So for starters, I highly encourage you to establish and follow a regular routine when working from home. In fact, I believe that establishing a solid routine, especially in the morning, is key to your success as a remote worker. Not only do routines help reduce mental fatigue, but they also make you happier and more productive. Just like teachers are encouraging parents all across the United States right now to establish routines for their children while they're off of school, it's just as important for adults to establish routine as well. Whatever this means for you, I usually recommend that this start with waking up at around the same time every day. Your routine's changing a little bit. Some of you are probably not working remote, so you have a little bit of extra time in the morning, but just be intentional about establishing a new routine. And this is really whatever works for you. So getting up, maybe doing some exercise, do yoga, take a shower, have breakfast, get your coffee, journal, whatever that is. Do all of those things before you get to your workspace. You'll feel more focused, having finished your morning routine before you start your work. And I also encourage you not to work in your pajamas. Maybe you don't dress up in a suit and tie if you were used to doing that, or an outfit that's more formal, but and you still want to be comfortable, but it is important to feel like you are at work, and getting dressed for work puts you in the right mindset. Another helpful tip is to fill a water bottle and take it to your workstation before you begin work each day, and set a hydration goal. You can always refill your water bottle throughout the day, but it's a great habit to add to that morning routine. If possible, have a designated separate office space at home. Having a separate space helps you establish boundaries for other family members in the house while you are working. And I'll give you an example. My mother-in-law lives with us and works from home full-time. And we have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and we have a red light, green light system set up for them. So when the red sign is on the door, my little boys know that they can't interrupt their Nana. When the green sign is on the door, they know they are welcome to go in and visit with her. This is just one example of a way that you can establish boundaries, especially if you have children at home right now. But you need to come up with whatever system works for you. That's just an example. It also helps to establish boundaries for your work-life balance by having this designated workspace. It'll help you separate work from home life. And I say it's always best to try as much as possible to commit to working only at designated times at your workstation rather than at any time of day and all over the house. Not having good boundaries when you're working from home can lead to burnout because you will always feel like you are on call. Having separate designated workspace also helps you set up your workspace ergonomically. Sitting on the couch may be comfortable for a little while, but over time it's not what's best for your posture, and likely your productivity will suffer as well. And let's talk more about ergonomics. None of us have time right now to deal with back, neck, or wrist pain caused by working in a space that's not ergonomic. In fact, one of the major causes of neck and back pain is poor posture, so we really need to pay attention to this. Take the time to be intentional about how you set up your workspace. You want to check the placement of desktop items, such as usual papers you need to reach, a notepad, pen. Check your chair height, including the armrest height, so that your arm is supported at a 90-degree angle at your elbow. Make sure your computer equipment is placed properly, and use a footrest to properly support your feet if needed. Here's a helpful diagram, or two helpful diagrams that help to explain what I'm talking about, just to get a feel for how to set up your workspace. A lot of us are working from home very unexpectedly, and so a lot of you are probably not going to have a desk area necessarily that you're used to working at, but that's okay. What I mean is any space that you are currently using to work at home, your dining room table or your eating kitchen table or whatever it may be, but just be mindful of your chair height. That are you situated correctly so that you have good posture? Is your arm supported? We just want to avoid those aches and pains from having a setup that's just not conducive to proper posture. If you have a hard time focusing, we have a lot of tools out there that can help you focus. So one of those resources is called a Pomodoro timer. A Pomodoro timer helps you focus your time and be more productive by giving you prescribed intervals of 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. And after 4 intervals, there is a 15-minute break. And I'm going to click on this link and show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully you all can see this as well. And tomato-timer.com offers a Pomodoro style timer, So again, it's 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. And after 4 intervals, there's a 15-minute break. So this is just one resource out there for you. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but if you aren't, you can click on the link, tomato-timer.com. Another option is to use a wearable activity tracker, like a Garmin, a Fitbit, or an Apple Watch. You can customize these intervals to remind you after a period of work to get up and stretch and move around. So take advantage of the option to use those wearables. If you already have one, you can set that up to give you a nice reminder to keep moving, give yourself a mental break. We can also go old school on this. You can just get a kitchen timer or use your cell phone timer and customize whatever period of work followed by a short break works best for you. And we'll talk more about breaks. Taking short breaks will really help you focus and be more productive throughout your workday. Mini breaks help you give you a mental break. They also give you time to get up and stretch. And the silver lining in all of this is that since we're at home, we can do different things on our short breaks. So you can step outside for a breath of fresh air, let the dog out. You can load or unload the dishwasher, switch a load of laundry. Those are all things that we can do to just get away from the desk for a minute, get away from our work and just let our mind rest for a second. And also, it's just good for our bodies to get up so we're not sitting the entire day. Don't try to push through your day by skipping hydration and meal breaks. That's really important too. You want to take care of you. If you take care of you, you will be a better employee and be more productive. So I always say, set a designated time for a meal break and stick to it. Avoid scheduling meetings during your lunch break. Also plan your meals if you can. It's a little bit difficult right now, obviously, with the grocery stores having limited supplies of different things. But as much as you can at the moment, plan your lunches out so that when you're hungry, you know exactly what you're going to grab from the fridge. Exercise. Incorporate 30 minutes of exercise into your daily routine. Do this before or after your work hours, or even during your work hours, whatever works for you. And what I mean during work hours is, we all have that 30 minutes for lunch to 15-minute breaks. It's great because working from home gives us a lot more flexibility to get in a workout when it's most convenient for us. So whatever that is, try to do 30 minutes of activity that elevates your heart rate each day and includes strength training in your exercise routine, and get outdoors when you can. It's also good to eliminate distractions. If you don't need your phone for work purposes, put it far away from your workspace. Phones can be distracting during the day. When you take a break, you can go check your phone. This is a hard one for a lot of us. I think we're very reliant on our smartphones. We like to check social media and check our text messages, but if you can, put it far away and just check it on breaks. You'll find that you're more productive. And also avoid distractions with food. So seeing a bag of potato chips or a bag of cookies in your line of vision makes it a lot more tempting for you to get up and snack. So it's a good idea to keep your workspace free from any food temptations. Great general rule, out of sight, out of mind. And of course, stock up on healthy snack options to grab during those breaks. This is an unusual time. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of anxiety that comes from that. And working from home poses new challenges and frustrations. So managing stress is really important. I recommend trying these 2 resources that I've listed here. There's the 4-7-8 breathing technique, which I recommend twice per day to help manage stress or relieve tension and anxiety. This involves inhaling through your nose for 4 counts, holding for 7 counts, and then exhaling through your mouth for 8 counts. Again, that's inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7 counts, and exhaling for 8 counts. You don't really need to do this more than twice a day. You can if it suits you, but just taking a couple times a day to do this will really help relieve stress. Another option is to do a mini meditation session. I will be sharing a link to a mini meditation session tomorrow on the BeWell social media pages, so on Facebook and Twitter, so stay tuned for that. 3 minutes of meditation is a perfect way to spend one of those breaks during your workday, especially when it's an exceptionally stressful day. And lastly, we want to remember that we should be practicing social distancing, but we also don't want to completely isolate ourselves. It's important to reach out to coworkers. You can do this by phone, text message, email, use your G-chat on your email, or even use a tool like I'm using right now, Zoom. During a break, take a minute to text or call your spouse, children, other family members to check in on them. We are all in this together. We need to be mindful of staying connected, even if we aren't physically right next to each other right now. We want to make sure we maintain that contact with the outside world while we're working from home. And we just really want to reduce or eliminate that feeling of isolation. So lifestyle rewards. Due to our inability to safely host on-site education sessions, we have moved our education sessions online for the time being. This means that this session will count for one of the on-site education sessions for lifestyle rewards. This session is worth 5 points. Sorry about that. I got a phone call in my office. So let me back up just a little bit. So this session counts for the on-site education session for lifestyle rewards. It's worth 5 points. If you email me at ucabewell@uca.edu or just email my personal email at UCA, which is mbruner1, I will get you a certificate of attendance and a copy of this presentation. And then you can upload your certificate of attendance to your portal on My Health Check 360, either on the app or the website. And a reminder, you can earn a maximum of 60 points in the on-site education session category each programmed year. I want to leave you with my contact information. Please reach out to me with any questions or ideas for UCA BeWell. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter and visit the BeWell website. Thank you so much for participating in this session. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy.